Everyone, myself Sejal Sahu and my roll number is 98. Today I will be presenting my data visualization assignment based on educational data set, and I have worked on data cleaning, formulas, pivot tables, slicers and what if analysis using Microsoft Excel. The purpose of this project is to understand how data visualization helps in analyzing business insights effectively. So let's get started. Coming to the unit 1, here I created a table of our data, and from that table I have extracted top 5 best sales entry and top 5 worst sales entries. Now, how did I did this? So basically, I just sorted my revenue. First of all, I sorted my revenue from largest to smallest. And this way, I copied this 5 cells. I copied these 5 cells and I created a table which is top 5 best sales entries. And similarly, for top 5 worst sales entry, I did sorted from smallest to largest. Similarly, this way, I copied these 6 cells and then I copied that copied cells I pasted over here. So this way we got top 5 best sales entries and top 5 worst sales entries. And coming to the filtering part, so we'll filter it. We'll just filter only central, east. I'll filter out these and we'll keep only south and west. I've clicked OK and now my data got filtered and I can see only south and west region or particularly for my given data. Now coming to the next part, which is invalid and missing data part. So I have created a simulation over this table, and from here I have deleted some cells and prepared some cells invalid like this and this. Now I'll highlight that which are the invalid and which are missing. So for that we will be using conditional formatting. So first I'll select my whole table. We'll go to conditional formatting. We'll add a new rule, format cells that only contains cell blanks. We'll select a color. Green is okay. And we'll apply it. So here my blanks got highlighted. Similarly for this particular thing, like we have to highlight the 0, which is our invalid data. So for that, I'll select all these cells. We'll again go to conditional formatting. We'll go to new rule, format cells that only contain less than or equal to 0. So for this, and we'll select one color. For suppose I've selected this color, we'll apply this and I have highlighted that particular thing. Now similarly for negative, we'll do conditional formatting. We'll apply new rule, format cells that only contain less than 0. We'll select a format. We'll click OK. And add this, these cells are highlighted this way. Now moving on to the unit 2. So in unit 2, our main task was to find out the summation, average, minimum, maximum and count formulas. So for over here, I have calculated the total of revenue by using this sum formula. And over here, I've calculated the average fees per student by using the average formula. And here I have used the count A formula for this. We've used count A and not count because the data, the entries which these columns are containing are in alphabets. So for that reason, we've wrote A in the count formula. Okay. and the highest revenue and lowest profit. We got highest revenue by using maximum function, as you can see over here, and the lowest profit by using the minimum function, you can see over here. Now moving on to the next functions, which are if, and or. So for that, let me use the if function for you. So we have applied the if formula over here. It goes like this. We'll select this particular greater than 5 lakh and comma. We'll write that if our value will be true, then what it should be written afterwards. So it will be like high value. So as you can see, high value has been written over here due to our given command. And similarly, I've dragged it down and you can see here it is low value, low value, low value, and so on. Similarly, I have given formulas for both the parts, which is here I gave formula including if and as you can see over here. And for this particular performance category 3, I have given formula of if and or. So this way our unit 2 is done. Moving on to the unit 3, here we have created some charts, which is the first one is pie chart, second one is line graph, and the third one is bar graph. And I have given label to this data. It's already done, and it is also having data labels on. Okay, so this way we've created 3 charts. It is showing this particular bar graph is showing our revenue and the courses. This is showing revenue and the dates, the month by month revenue increment. And this is showing the students enrolled in what particular courses. Now moving on to the KPIs and MOM. MOM is basically month over month growth. So for that, particularly for month over month growth, I've created a formula which is like I've written if where G2, the revenue column, if it is 0, then it will come 0. And G3 minus G2, the next month's revenue, subtracting with the previous month's revenue divided by the previous year's revenue. So we'll get the month over month growth percentage, and I've converted this particular cell into the percentage format. So this goes with month over month percentage. Now coming on to the key performance indicators. So for key performance indicator, let's select this whole column. We'll go to conditional formatting. We'll apply top 10 rule over here with green fill with dark green. And you can see our highest revenue was highlighted over here. And for profit, let's look which is the worst course whose profit is very low. So for that, we'll go to this particular section, bottom 10%, and we click OK. So through this, we got to know that this is the key performance indicators, the highest revenue in West region in course data science, and the lowest revenue is in economics in the central region. And similarly, we can also highlight these by data bars. Okay, so it is also highlighted like this. It is also indicating our data. Now moving on to the unit number 4. So unit 4 is all about creating pivot table and what if analysis. So here let's create a pivot table. I've already created a screen where it will automatically create a pivot table if I will drag down these into the right sections. So let's drag down the region. Let's drag down the region into the row labels and the course name into columns and revenue into values. So this way we got a pivot table created. And here we can select the top 5 through this value filter, top 10, and we will make it 5 and okay. So we got the top 5 best performing regions according to their courses also. Now moving on to slicers part for interactive filtering. So for that particular thing, we'll go to insert, we'll click on slicers and we'll select region and revenue. And let's say course name. Okay. So we've got these 3 interactive slicers into the worksheet. Let's arrange it. Okay. So this is the interactive slicers and we can change this as well as per our need. So this is all about the pivot table and interactive slicers. Now let's move on to what if analysis. So what if analysis is basically uh, we give a target to ourselves that if we want to achieve this particular amount of revenue, then what changes we have to do in our, like how many students we should enroll so that our revenue should be 1 crore. So let's do it. First of all, I will be adding this up. So I'll apply a formula of summation and okay, so we got the summation formula. Now we'll go to data, we'll go to what if analysis and then goal seek. Here it is already G2 selected, G12 selected. Then to value, I'll write here 1 crores and by changing cell, this one. I'll click OK. So I got a figure of 408.9333, which is close to 409. So if I'll enroll 409 students into data science course, then my target will be achieved of 1 crore revenue. We can do this for remaining or the rest of the cells also. So this was all about our units from unit 1 to unit 4. Now let's answer some questions, which is which product or region is more profitable, where is the company losing money, and what actions should management take. So I found out after or through this analysis that the most profitable course is data science, as it is generating more revenue for the company, and also the very low making profit, like where the company is losing their money, is this particular thing. In economics, in the central region, the company is losing money as its profit is in negative. We got to know this through key performance indicators. Based on these results, I recommend management to focus more on high performing courses like data science over here and revise their pricing or marketings for economics so that they can improve this particular area more. They can also do some kind of promotional strategies so as to spread awareness about economics to attract the students. Now, this whole thing concludes my presentation and all about my data visualization assignment. Thank you.